Yeah, I'd like to.
All right, great Thursday morning on. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery in with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can start off the day on the right foot. We're coming to you live from here in Louisville, Kentucky is where we're at the Louisville show. Been doing some fantastic things, meeting some great people, and obviously the whole industry is just about the whole industry is here doing some fantastic things. And like we do each and every day, we're here with episode number 441 of our 15 minutes of mastery. So check this out. We're talking about breaking the stigma, right? Talking about breaking the stigma of manufactured homes. We've been hitting on that all week, and today I want to talk to you about professionalism and industry standards. How you can do your part by raising the level of professionalism within your organization and raising the standards, raising the bar for yourself, your team, and holding everyone result of your standards, not the industry, not the economy. Let me repeat that for you. Your income is a result of your standards, not the industry, not the economy, not the market, not the retailers down the street. It's none of that. It's your own standards. So let's talk about that, all right? Because look, picture this. Picture that you go into a retail location or a community and the team there seems disorganized. They're just not in sync. There's no real professionalism about it. You're just going in and it's a lackluster experience. You got no pride in the team that's there. They, just in their appearance, starting with the appearance, everything that has to go with it. And then you contrast that with going into a location where you've got people dressed for success. You got people that are organized. You got people that are actually doing the thing they should be doing, which is being professional, holding themselves accountable, and helping families become homeowners, right? And so there's a huge difference between that. And we want to talk about this morning because being the latter is what helps break the stigmas, which is going to help break the stigma. We've been hearing more and more about that. You've been hearing from us about that for the last 2 years. But why is it that professionalism matters? Why, why would we want to raise the level of professionalism within our organization, within ourselves? First, because it's going to build trust. It's going to build confidence from your clients. It's going to make things go better and obviously lead to them making a decision that they came in to make in the first place. Too many times we find that sales teams are just focused in on themselves. They think that they're there to help, which you are. You're there to help, but you're there to help these people make the decision they want to. It's not about you. It's not about us as a sales team. It's about that buyer. And that level of professionalism that you bring to the table, it's going to raise the standards of your organization, your whole team. Everyone's going to operate at a different level if you are building that type of culture. And that's what everybody needs to take a look at and think about. What are we doing to raise the standards? What are we doing to be able to lower that? What are we doing to be able to get ourselves to a level of professionalism that is going to make a difference? How can we do that? From the way your team looks to the way they act to the sales process itself, how they handle themselves on the phone, what they're doing to make things better. You've got to be able to start raising that professionalism and accountability, which we're going to talk about here shortly because accountability is a big part of it. Accountability is part of raising the standards. But too many times we get caught up in just thinking that this is sales only. We only do sales. But we're empowering people. Us as a company, we empower your sales teams. But you empower the buyer to move forward. You empower these buyers to do what it is that they want to make happen for themselves and their families. And so you have to raise your standards. What are you expecting of yourself? What are you expecting of your team? First, you got to hold yourself accountable. No one should have higher standards for you than yourself. Is that the way that you're operating? What are you doing to make sure that that is what is going on? Right? And because when you raise the standards, the other thing that winds up happening is you start building that culture of accountability. You start building that sales team that understands that what you're after is making great things happen. But it's got to be daily. It has to be what you live by. It has to be what you breathe, what you eat on a daily basis. It can't just be every so often. It can't just be because you're at a home show. It can't just be because you got an event going on at your location. It should be every day, all the time. It's what you should be doing. And when we get to that point, that's when things will start changing. That's when we're going to start reaching that higher and higher. That's when we're going to start fully executing at the full level that we could as an industry. But you've got to make sure that you're doing it daily. Because, look, let's face it, this industry has been criticized for way too long for lacking polish, for not being sexy, lacking professionalism. Oh my God, I go to the sales lot and the houses are on blocks and they don't even have them cleaned out. They're not even dressed. They're not trimmed out the way that they could be. When I go in there and I speak to somebody, and now all of a sudden, here's what's going on. This person is just so unprofessional, and they're just trying to figure out what I'm trying to buy, and they're trying to rush me out the door to go show me some houses. All of that has to change, but it starts up here. It starts with what it is that we're going to accept as the level of service, quality, professionalism standards that we're going to have for ourselves and our teams. And it's time that we start to do that. So how is it that we can do it? It's very basic things when you stop to consider. First and foremost, you've got to dress for success. You've got to make sure that each and every day you're showing up to the teeth. You've got to look good, clean, pressed, shirts tucked in, ladies looking professional, not scantily clad clothing. Please, let's raise the standards, dress for success, and go make that happen. The next thing you want to do is commit to empowerment through training. Begin to empower yourself. Stop thinking of it as training. Stop thinking of it as sales training. It's truly professional development. We are developing. We are creating. People have been asking us, and this is something I had an epiphany last night. People have been asking us, what is it that you guys do? We're still a smaller company. A lot of people still don't know about us. A lot of them do. They'll come up and ask, what are we doing? We take sales consultants and turn them into professionals. We're empowering your sales teams to operate at a professional level, to be professionals, because that is what our industry needs. That is where we need to go. Stop thinking of yourself as just that lower tier option. You've got to understand there's more to it. There's more of what we're doing, and it's our responsibility to make it happen. The next thing you got to do is be accountable. Be accountable. You've got to make sure you're doing the things that you said that you're going to do. And if you haven't, and if you don't do them, you've got to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable to it. You're getting it done. Because if not, that starts to seep into your daily business. And it starts to happen more and more often because you start to allow it. Right? So raising standards. Deliver on your promises. If you say you're going to do something, do it. I've struggled with this for a very long time. I've overcommitted on things. Things I've forgotten because I wasn't where I needed to be up here to be able to be that type of person. But you got to deliver on your promises. You got to make those things happen. And when you don't, you have to own up to it. You've got to face it, because there's still going to be times where you're not going to be able to. There may be that time where you don't. And you know what? Owning it, holding yourself accountable, and not running from it will make all the difference in the world. And lastly, you want to build and foster team excellence. Everything should be about excellence. When you're raising the standards, your level of professionalism, when you're raising your standards within the industry, you can't help but be fostering excellence within your team. And like I said, daily should be daily. If you guys can do those things, you're going to make fantastic strides in not just professionalism and raising standards, but overall quality of service for your clients, for your market, for yourself. the impact it'll have on you individually is tremendous. Don't believe me? Reach out to me. I'll give you some information on some people you can reach out to, and they can explain to you the difference that it has made in their lives since taking on the responsibility of being more professional and raising their own standards within the industry. Folks, man, it's day 2 here on Louisville. We're going to be having some live interviews like we did yesterday. I hope you're sharing those, getting the word out, because we here at Manufacturer Home Sales Mastery, along with different people that we're partnering, we're collaborating with, we're all joining, forming that network of professionals that want to move the industry forward, and we hope that you'll join us. As always, we're here to take your life, your business, and your career to a whole new level. So if we can help empower your team and take them from sales consultants to professionals, I know that you want to, and you should. Reach out to us. We're here to help you guys out. Have a great Thursday. We'll be talking soon. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.